A slow-motion crisis is unfolding in Florida's condo market, threatening to upend the state's image as a haven for retirees and reasonably priced beach living. Owners of the state's older condos are bracing for steep special assessments while racing to sell their homes and receiving only tepid buyer response. Amid a property market that's still vibrant for nearly every other segment, Florida's aging condominiums are losing value, and nearly 1,400 buildings are now blacklisted from receiving mortgage financing, making those apartments an even tougher sell. At the heart of this turmoil is a basic reality. Florida's aging condo buildings desperately need repairs, and state officials are forcing them to assess and pay for those long-overdue upgrades. Under a law enacted after the tragic 2021 collapse of Champlain Towers South in Surfside, which saw 98 people lose their lives, condo boards may no longer defer major structural improvements to another day or decade. The Building Safety Act required every condo tower in Florida aged 30 years or older to complete a structural integrity study by the end of 2024 to get a full grasp of what problems need fixing. This year, the tab for those repairs comes due. Condo boards must now set aside funds to fix the issues found in those studies, from concrete restoration to balcony overhauls, and the assessments on individual condo owners are looking both pricey and unsettling. You're going to see a massive reduction in the value of these buildings based on these giant special assessments and the work that has to be done, said Orest Tomaselli, CEO of Strategic Inspections, which advises condo boards nationally on how to shore up their reserves. In Florida buildings he's worked with, Tomaselli has seen special assessments as low as $250 per month, to a property that levied $2,500 per month per unit owner for a 3-year stretch. There are real people in these units that may be displaced, Tomaselli said of the assessments, that may lose their nest egg and may lose tremendous amounts of value in their units. What happens if nobody can get a loan to buy a unit in your building, says Joseph Hernandez, a Miami-based partner in the real estate group of law firm Bills & Sumberg. It essentially makes the units in your building unsaleable, and it makes the value of those units go down. One newly flagged example is 4000 Island Boulevard, a 32-story condominium in Aventura's exclusive Williams Island, which was built in 1985 and added to Fannie Mae's no lending list in January. At least 24 unit owners are trying to sell, according to Compass. Barry Sittner, the condo board's president, called the building's inclusion on Fannie Mae's list incorrect, noting that the property just secured a bank loan commitment to cover expenses tied to its 40-year inspection. Yet even as thousands of newcomers flock to the region, these abundant and discounted units are languishing on the market, weighed down by the threat of special assessments and uncertainty over looming repair costs. The fear of the unknown is scaring the hell out of potential buyers, said Craig Studnicki, ISG's chief executive officer. Remember that show, Let's Make a Deal? Studnicki said. They may get a special assessment and it could be quite modest, which means you just made one hell of a deal. But what if you're wrong and the special assessment is gargantuan? Not only is the special assessment big, but the scope of construction is big, and you're going to be living in a construction site for the next 2 years. The full extent of special assessments is still an open question for many Florida properties. While the state deadline for condos to submit their structural integrity studies was on December 31, only 39% of buildings in Southeast Florida have done so, according to the Miami Association of Realtors. People are figuring out what to do, Zalewski added. They think there will be a silver bullet, some kind of cure in the upcoming Florida legislative session. Amid outcry from condo owners, lawmakers, however, might consider financing solutions to help condos cover the cost of structural studies and maintenance, including allowing reserve funds they set aside to be invested. He says he's pretty upfront with potential buyers these days about the scope and costs of repair that some of his listings will undergo. Now, with stricter enforcement requiring proper reserves and full disclosure of maintenance history, brokers say the condo market could become more transparent and ultimately unlock greater value for owners.